Mario. So how do you summarize this whole season here?
It's tough, it was a tough season for us. Obviously, we would have liked to have more success, but at the same time, I think it's there's a lot of things to look forward to. We've shown flashes throughout the year. I thought we competed. As much as we lost a lot of tight games, third period games, overtime opportunities. At the end of the day, we competed. I think we're starting to build the right foundation, and unfortunately, like I said, the success wasn't there. But I think we're headed in the right direction into next season, and again, this summer is going to be huge for our group. But I think that the year has, despite it being tough, it's left me motivated to have a good summer and to come back next year ready to go and ready to compete again, and hopefully have some more success.
How important is this offseason for you? Obviously next year's a contract year for you, and you have the injury now. Just obviously your focus is going to be on recovery. One, do you have a timeline on that recovery? And two, just how much, what do you need to work on this summer to kind of take the next step that everybody in the room wants to make?
Yeah, in terms of recovery, I've dealt with this. You guys have been around. I've dealt with some ankle stuff. With blocking shots, it's happened. So I'm concerned about that. Just some rest, and unfortunate it could have been worse, and unfortunate it happened at a time where we're not playing anymore. I missed a few games, which sucks. Obviously, I had goals of being in every game, but it didn't happen. But no, the recovery I'm confident on, and I think it'll go smooth. And in terms of the summer and contract year, I'm going to treat it like every summer. I don't think my game hasn't changed a lot in 6 years, aside from hopefully you guys agree, the consistency and solid play. That is my goal for this summer, is to continue to grow in my defensive game and be more consistent there, and try and get involved offensively when I can. I think that's the most important thing for me, is just being as consistent as I can defensively with my puck play and getting involved. And I think it's just going to come with repetition after repetition. And, that's what the summer's for. It's to get better, and that's my mindset. But, I'm going to come into next year like I do usually, and to compete my butt off, and, do the same thing I've done over the past 6 seasons.
Is your goal to be with the Sharks long term, and is it kind of, going into potential free agency, is it kind of, I don't know, if nerve-wracking in a way that you don't kind of know for maybe the first time in your career, whereas before when you're younger you kind of know what team you're going to be with? But.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen that are out of your control, or out of my control. But no, of course I'm a Shark, and I want to win here. So that is the goal. That's the mindset. That's the goal as an organization, is to win, and that's a goal for me as an individual, is to win as a Shark. So that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to compete and train this summer and get ready for that. But yeah, like I said, there's things that happen that are out of my control, but I don't really tend to focus on that. I just focus on getting better as a player and doing what I can to help this team win.
Every season, when you miss the playoffs, obviously it's a disappointment. But how does this season, with the prospects for the future, change your mindset about what the futures bring?
Yeah, like I mentioned, there's a lot of positives to look at. You can see where the talent is. You can see that what these young guys are going to provide, with who the future is for this organization. You can see it this year, and we were like I said, we competed. We were in games a lot more than I thought we were last year. We just couldn't. We didn't have quite the maturity to close out those games and to finish solid in third periods or critical situations, which I think just comes with comfort in the league and maturity as a team. So I think time is gonna help this core a lot. I know unfortunately it's been some time since we've had that extremely competitive season. We're fighting for a playoff spot, but I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot closer than people think, and like I said, I'm excited to continue to improve as an individual, and I hope that my teammates take pride in that too, and I know that they do, judging by who they are as people and as players. So it's going to be a fun. I'm excited for training camp, really, to see how everyone's improved and put in the work in the summer.
Of course, working with Logan the last couple of days here. Your first season was right after the Sharks' last playoff season. Did you ever think about just like, damn, I just missed that? Like I was right there. You're in the organization too for some of that.
Yeah, I mean they obviously it was an extremely long ride for that successful era. Like they were in playoff races, Stanley Cup Finals. That year they lost in the conference final. It's obviously I wish I was to be a part of that, but there's some motive within me that is kind of I don't know the right word for it, but I'm proud of what I've gone through here and what we've gone through as a team, and to be able to still show up at the rink and compete and put a smile on my face. It motivates me to be in that scenario where we're in a playoff run and we're in a final, knowing from where we've come from. So that's what I think I hold on to and I look forward to as an individual, being a part of this organization. Is since I've came around, we haven't made the playoffs yet, and it really fires me up to think that that day is going to come, and when it does, knowing what we've gone through to get here is really what makes it feel so good. It's the journey. So I like that growth mentality, and getting from A to B, and grinding to do it. And I'm excited for my turn to come. So as much as I miss those days, as much as I wish I was there with those guys and that conference final appearance, I look forward to earning our way with this team here into a cup run.
What are your plans for the summer?
Where
are you going?
Where am I going? I'm going to Florida. My parents are there. I have a place there, so I'm gonna go. It's really hot there right now, but I don't mind it. It's a good getaway. Gonna step away from the rink for a bit and enjoy some nice weather, some nice family time, and then get back in the gym and get ready. I'll be back here a little sooner this year, a little earlier. Love it.
Mario, last one here. Probably we don't know what Mike wants to do with the captaincy here.
Sorry?
We don't know what Mike wants to do with the captaincy here going forward, but I guess it goes without saying it would be a pretty big honor for you if that was the decision they make to make you the captain of this team.
For sure. I mean, be an honor to be the captain of any team, especially in at this level in any organization. But it's not something that we're thinking about right now. It's not up to me, but I think there's a lot of guys that are going to step up here, and I think guys have to come together. I think that's what we're focused on right now, is guys coming together. Obviously, we're sad that Logan's gone, but he's such a special person and player for this organization, and to fill that role is extremely hard, and I don't think one man can do it right now. We need everybody to come together, and all the A's, all the young guys to come together and help fill that role. So that's sort of how we think it